Number one, false belief about lead generation. Hi, Massimo here, and this is something that I'm realizing in the last weeks. We have been educated from lead generation gurus that we have to find the dream customer. It is correct, but people do not observe what do these people say, these gurus say, and what they do. Let's speak about, for example, two of the greatest ones, especially the one who introduced the dream customer concept, Russell Brunson. What he says and what he explains is correct. You have to find your dream customers, you have to create the avatar and so on and so forth, so that you can find the right person, the right people for you. You get the persons that are the fit for a service or product, that they have that problem, they can pay, and they have certain characteristics and so on and so forth. So there is this school which is great, but of course what people started thinking, and I can see this from the reactions, from some of the reactions that some of the persons that I speak with, some of the questions that they ask me reveal it. Their concern is whether the lead generation system that they want to use converts into customers, people into customers. There are some great misunderstanding. Lead generation is a certain amount of ways to get leads, which means people that can be exposed to your offer. Instead to do random lead generation, contacting everyone, this concept of the dream customers restricted the area of people that can be exposed, should be exposed to your solution, to the people who has the highest chance and highest rate to be interested in your solution, because they are aware of the problem that they have, and then that you have the solution for that problem. So instead of going like the old school of network marketing taught, because I was a network marketer years ago, contact everyone and just present your offer. The greatest amount of people you show, the greatest chance you have to sell your stuff, your product or service or whatever. This is true. This is also the reason why you get 90% of rejection, because you don't even understand before presenting your offer, product or service, packaged in an offer, product packaged in an offer, service packaged in an offer. What you do is you don't even know whether these persons have the problem. If they have the problem, both if they are aware they have the problem, or they are not aware they have the problem. They must have the problem, and then they must be aware or not aware. If they are aware, they are warm leads. If they are not aware, they are cold leads. So the dream customer study is something that make it easier for you to choose a target of people that probably can buy your service or product or your offer. It is not something that once you do it, 100% of people will convert into customers. No, this is not lead generation, this is prospecting. Which means you have a lot of people that you can speak to now, and then if you do this random, you have just 99% of rejection, then 1%, okay, you waste a lot of time. And then you have this 1% of people coming, and you can then prospect them. When you prospect them, prospecting is also known as qualification. You have to qualify. You qualify the prospect that you have, asking questions. From that 1%, then you make prospecting, qualifying the prospect. And then from that prospecting comes a null comma something people that have the problem, and from that you have a null comma something that are aware of the problem and null comma something that are not aware of the problem, and then you have to work on that. So lead generation is the start. Yes, but Russell Brunson says so and so forth. Yes, but Russell Brunson is the king of funnels. And if you just watch and you study for real, just don't take whatever is said, you just observe with your eyes. Russell Brunson uses funnels. What is a funnel? A funnel is a funnel, and you put inside the funnel a lot of stuff normally, and something concentrated comes from the bottom. This is the concept. So what happens is this: you put a lot of people, and in the first layer of the funnel there is the first page of the funnel, which, what does it do? It makes the first sifting selection. And a lot of people stays there and doesn't go to the next step. A little percentage of people go to the second step of the funnel, and this is another sifting layer, selection layer. And then with the copy, with what is written or the content of the second layer, there is a further selection. And then there is the third. It depends on how complex is the funnel. And at the end, you have the buyers, which are a little percentage of the people who enter at the beginning. So the funnel is a prospecting automated system which does the work for you if you have the money to find someone building the funnel for you, or if you have the money to learn how to build the funnel, and if you have the time to build your funnel. Once you spend the money to learn how to do this correctly, build the funnel and then test it until it starts working. Of course, what you learn is how to prospect. What people forgot is the purpose of the funnel. The purpose of the funnel is to qualify people in your behalf. It is a prospecting system which works by itself. The better is the copy, the better is the results that you have. But it depends from the people that come into the funnel. So what happens? Yeah, I want ads that convert. Guys, if ads would convert instantaneously, Russell Brunson would not need funnels, because they would be prospected directly from the ads. This is utopia. Utopia is something that is more than a dream. If you would not need prospecting people and ads could really bring you people ready to buy, you wouldn't need a website other than just presenting your products or service so that people can click, or funnels prospecting for you. So this is also the main difference between website and funnel. A funnel is a prospecting system which works on autopilot with layers of the funnel as layers, and at the end you put inside people, and then the money comes on at the bottom from people that buys. There is also an emergency system, which is all the people who didn't buy immediately, they go into an email list and they are followed up. And the follow-up is another funnel. It's another prospecting system where you educate them, make yourself more known, liked, and trust until they are more aware of their problem and are aware that you have the solution to their problem. And the people who don't open your emails anymore, they are just the people that are not interested, are not sold on the problem because they don't have it. They were just interested because the hook was really good on top of the funnel, or they don't find your solution a good one, or this is the people who are not answering you anymore because they found something else which is better or more attractive to them. So we have the funnel. And a website, it doesn't work that much because they don't prospect people, they just show the product or service. And so people go around, there is not a path that they have to follow until they are selected through these selection layers. This is what normally funnels do. If Russell Brunson needs funnels to get customers, it means that even he cannot create the perfect system. I mean, he created it, funnels, okay? But there is not a previous system which allows him to convert 100% of people going to the funnels. Because if ads could do this, we wouldn't need funnels. He wouldn't need funnels. No one would need funnels, okay? This is the idea. You have to separate all the several steps of the process. You have lead generations. You need people. What Russell Brunson did is going deeper into this lead generation stuff, studying on other people's studies and experiencing and testing himself whether this stuff was working or not, and then packaging it in a modern way to make so that you don't waste time with a lot of people that is not interested or don't have the problem. The hook, story, offer, framework, everything is to help you to prospect people. So what normally sales people do is prospecting leads one by one. This is what they do. Grant Cardone teaches you how to do this one-to-one. Funnels, Russell Brunson, one-to-many. Okay, and now Grant Cardone is using Russell Brunson system, ClickFunnels, to multiply the impact so that the funnels do the job for him. And also his Listen See, Grant Cardone program Listen See, they have also, when you buy the package, to get ClickFunnels, okay, and use funnels as well. Because even Grant Cardone understood that, well, if I have a system that on autopilot can prospect people for me instead to do one-to-one, one-to-many, it is better, it is faster. Grant wants a speed. And so Grant Cardone is using funnels, using ClickFunnels of Russell Brunson. But you have to understand that there are several steps. There is the lead generation, then there is the prospecting, then there is the selling, then there is closing. And if you fail into closing, there is the follow-up, so that you carry on selling until you can close. The follow-up is just a delayed cycle of selling and closing via emails. You can also use messengers bot, so that you can do this on autopilot. But you can see that you are speaking with a machine because it is all automatic. Choose this 1, 2, or 3. But at least this is to help one person to filter out tons of people. 1% of them will be annoyed from the fact that they are bots, they are not speaking to a human being. 1% of them will go through the process and buy. For the rest, there is the follow-up, okay, which is also automated. I mean, these are our systems. Now, what ads do is to create a broad amount of people who can be interested in your solution, and bring them into your website or your funnel or your offer, or directly to you via Messenger or Zoom call or Facebook video call, whatever you want. But ads, when people are coming, if the website is quite good, it should do some prospecting and selling and then present the products. In order to be a prospecting tool, must have a video which shows a presentation of the solution, starting from the problem that the company solves, okay, problem of problems, and then the solution, and then the results. But there are too many buttons and people can be distracted quite easily. Funnel does it because you have only one choice per page. Okay, you cannot click on menu and so on and so forth. This is a better prospecting system. So you have leads coming, then they go into your website, or they go into your funnel, or they go into your messenger, or into your mailing list where you have the telephone number. So you have ads bringing leads go into a website and it tries to sell them, okay, prospect them and sell them. Or funnel, which does the work 100 times better, prospecting, selling and closing them, or directly to you. If they come directly to you, you have to do the prospecting, selling and closing that your website, a good one, or your funnel do. So in the same way as if a website is well built with a great copy and a funnel is well built with a great copy, if your prospecting and selling and closing process is not well built with a great copy, you are not going to convert. It is not because of the lead generation system which is not working. Lead generation system works from the moment that it brings people to you. The more people come in front of you in one way or the other, the better the lead generation system is, because it's fulfilling its purpose, which is bring people. You can do this with ads, and you can do this with organic traffic strategies. So when people ask me, you can provide 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 leads per month, but do they convert? My dear friends, if your website is crap, sorry for the word, if your website is not good in converting, if your funnel is not good in converting, or if you directly, because the traffic coming from both systems, ads or free organic traffic strategy, you are not able to convert. They don't convert, not because of the traffic. The traffic can be the wrong one, and I will tell you when is the wrong one and when is the correct one. But when it is the correct one, you're getting people that are in one way or the other involved because they have the problems or the desires that your solution can provide them to solve or to reach or to get. So I hope that now this stuff starting making you clearer how things works. There is the lead generation. If this done bad, you get inside people, and this is kind of like spamming or just asking everyone to check your offer. This is the bad way, because you get 99% of rejection and only 1% of people who have the problem and could be interested in your solution. You know how much time do you spend? You spend 99% of your time, you waste 99% of your time because of this, just contacting everyone. Then Russell Brunson discovered old school methods from Dan Kennedy and other people, and then took what was working the best for him, packaged it and presented it in a modern way so that we can understand how it works. Okay, so you attract only your dream customers and you repel others. Your dream customers are people who have money, who have the problem, and so they are interested in your solution. These are your dream customers. Now, they must have the money, otherwise they are not customers, not even dream. They are dream something, but not customers, not dream customers. They must have the money. They must have, and this is what the funnel does. At a certain point, they have to pay. If they don't pay, they stay in that level of in that layers of the funnel. They don't go to the purchasing layer. You see, prospecting. So you can have dream customers that have the problem but don't have the money. When you prospect them, you discover, because the hook in the ads and the hook in the funnel, on top of the funnel, makes the first selection. People with that problem desire goes into the funnel, and the first layer is reinforcing that problem of desire. This is so that you don't lose connection. You don't have what is happening. I was searching, the ads were telling you want to lose weight, and here it says, do you want to earn money? No. The first layer of the hook in the first layer of the funnel, and the website should be the same or similar to the one in the ads. The subject must be the same, so that you have a continuity. And people goes from the ads, I have this problem, this desire, goes into the funnel, I have this problem, this desire, and then they go through the prospecting process. Do they have this problem? Yes. Okay, this is the first step to be a dream customer. Are they aware of the problem? Or are they aware of the solution? Yes or no? This is the second step, more or less, second step of the funnel. And then, do they have the money to buy my solution? And this is the last layer. If they buy, you are your dream customer. They were your dream customer, the perfect dream customers, and now they are your customers. The other go into the email sequence, which is a follow-up funnel, because it is a funnel that educates them and so on and so forth. It is a longer funnel composed by emails instead of web pages, which emails are also web pages. You understand now? I hope you understand this. So, if you don't have skills, communication skills, which could be at the same level of the copy of the funnel. In the funnels, you communicate with in a certain level, but you cannot speak with people. So, communication skills is on the same importance of copy. If you don't have good communication skills, and if you don't have a prospecting, selling, and closing process, effective ones for all of them, communication, prospecting, selling, and closing process, your leads are not going to convert. Not because the lead generation system is not working, because what comes later in the sequence is not working. You, or your funnel, or your website. The purpose of lead generation system is to have your pipeline full of people who can be interested in your solution. This is the purpose of lead generation, not into selling to people. Selling comes later and is done by the website, the funnels, or you. If these three stuff, website, funnel, and you, are not properly, are not efficient, you can put all the traffic, you can bring all the traffic, but you will not have any customers. So it is your responsibility to convert leads into customers. Find someone who can create a great website, or becoming someone who can create a great website which converts. Or find someone who can create a great funnels that converts, or learning how to create a great funnels that converts, or finding someone who can prospect, sell, and close in a great way and convert your leads into customers, or learning, spending money in learning how to prospect, sell, and close your leads and converting them into customers. Now, I think that the frame now, the pictures, the whole picture should be quite clear. What do? I am a specialist in lead generation, but not with paid ads, but free organic traffic strategies, so that your pipeline is always full of leads who are not random leads, but your dream customers, which means people who have a great percentage, a great rate of probability that they have the problems that you can solve with your service, product, or offer, which are your solution. Then I also coach people into the prospecting, selling, and closing process. I give a standard way. I check with my students, what do they sell, what they want to sell. Do they want to sell the final product? Do they want to sell a Zoom call, a video call, because they already know how to sell and close? Do they want to sell the link of their website or their funnel? What do they want to sell? So we define with my students what they want to sell. If they want to sell what is going to sell the service or product, or if they want to sell directly the service or the product. And then we make it standard with the steps. We divide all the steps, and then all the things that must be, all the questions that must be asked to bring people through all these steps of prospecting, or better, first building a relationship, then prospecting, then selling, then closing. So that my students don't have to figure out, like me, what do I sell to this person now? No, this is just a standard. And this is a funnel, okay? A lot of people, dream customers, not random people, only dream customers, okay, coming on top of the funnel, and they go through the process, building the relationship, prospecting them, selling them, and closing them. Okay? All the steps. And the ones who are not closing, they go into a follow-up system, which can be email or directly on Facebook Messenger without using bots like ManyChat or like this. No. It is something different. And so we have a follow-up funnel directly on Facebook Messenger. If you want to know how this works, just comment below #coaching and I will tell you how it works. I will contact you and we will see whether I'm the right person that can help you, and if so, how it works and everything. Now you have a clear idea. What I do is the first part, because funnels gather contacts and say, one thing that I wanted to tell you. What happens is that leads generation funnels is as a little bit peculiar, because instead we have a sales funnels which do all this stuff so that people buy, a lead generation funnel is only the first layer, which brings you the traffic from ads or from free organic traffic into your funnel. The first layer gathers the contacts, and then they go directly into your emailing list, or they can go into your WhatsApp broadcast. And then into the mailing list, the real funnel starts. This is the difference between leads funnel and sales funnel. Leads funnel gather the leads coming from ads and from free organic traffic strategies, one, the other, or both, and they gather the leads, and instead to bring them into a sales funnel and buy directly, they go into the email follow-up funnels directly, and the funnel starts into the emails. So I hope this helped you to clarify all the picture. Thank you for watching this video, and remember, there is always something to learn and a lot to learn. See you next time. Ciao, ciao.